This is Tee to Green, Central Ohio's premier golf show, presented by X Golf. Now here's your host, recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award by the Southern Ohio PGA of America and Hall of Fame, the Fan's own Skip Mosick.
And hi again, everybody. Welcome into another edition of Tee to Green here on the Fan. Weather looks great this weekend. Hopefully there are some golf plans in your future. Very busy week in the golf world. Obviously a major with the Open Championship. As Cam just told you, Shane Lowry, your leader at -7. We will head to Royal Troon later this hour and visit with SI.com's Bob Harig. And as always, we have another great golf prize package to give away. We'll put the Twitter contest on the shelf again for another week, so details on the giveaway coming up shortly. But anybody who listens to this show knows we love to talk junior golf. The high school season gets underway a week from Monday. Joined first up this morning by our old friend, PGA professional Brian Barnett, longtime golf coach at Teays Valley High School. And Brian, we seem to ask this every year, but I continue to be amazed at how much the level of play continues to improve really across the board in high school golf. How much better are these kids on both the boys and girls sides from, when you first started coaching, and what would you attribute that to? They seem to be getting better every year.
Yeah, first of all, Skip, thanks for having me on. And, you're correct. The play of both the boys and the girls side has just gotten better and better and better each and every year. And it's amazing from when I started coaching back in the mid to late 90s there to where it is today. It's even gotten better over a year's period, and you attribute this to these kids. Number one, they're stronger. Number two, they're working on their nutrition, their diet some more. But number three, they're getting great instruction. And when you put all those factors together, along with some equipment and technology, you're going to get a great product.
Yeah, Brian, you mentioned the instruction. This is how coaching has changed over the years. Sadly, back in my day, my high school coach's role was simply to load us in his truck and drive us to the golf course and say, go play. With the improved play in high school golf over the years, it's probably no coincidence in the number of PGA professionals like yourself who are either head coaches or assistants at the high school level, correct?
Oh, you're absolutely correct. It's fun, you take a look across the landscape and, throughout the state of Ohio and even throughout the United States, how many PGA golf professionals are now either head coaches, assistant coaches at the high school and collegiate level. These people are the players today I don't think they quite understand what they're getting. Because, like you said, you and I, when we were growing up, hey, slap the clubs in the van and let's go. We got to be there in an hour. And the pros today are doing a great job, and give our kids, give the kids credit today. They take what they're being taught and they work at it, and it's amazing how many kids you see out on golf courses every day.
PGA professional Brian Barnett, our guest this morning. Tee to Green here on The Fan. Brian, you mentioned the younger kids. As we continually try to grow the game, how important are junior clinics and instruction early on in regards to getting kids involved and ideally getting them to catch the golf bug at a young age before they reach the high school level?
Absolutely. I don't think you can get a kid, a young person involved too early. I started taking them at the age of 5 and started just getting them out on the golf course, out on the driving range, onto the putting green. There's just so many benefits of being on a golf course or playing this game of golf that not only attribute to the game but also attribute to life. And with the way the players are now, get them excited about playing early and then just watch them grow and watch them develop.
Brian, you also coach basketball. Is there any outreach, I guess, to kids who play other sports to maybe get them to try golf if they haven't done so?
Oh, absolutely. 100%. If I see, at the high school level there, if I see an athlete walking around the school that doesn't play a fall sport, football, cross country, what have you, I'll definitely get them in to try to recruit them to play golf or have them come and join our team. And it's fairly easy to take an athlete and make them into a golfer. and that's the fun part.
You know, I've told this story a million times. I shared it with you. The best golfer at my high school back in the day at Bishop Hartley did not play high school golf. I mean, one of your fellow PGA professionals, Jerry Hammond, played basketball but ran cross country in the fall to stay in shape leading into hoops. Who knows how good we could have been back in the day?
Absolutely. You know, and that just goes to show you that, you know, as if you are an athlete or you are very athletic or even, you know, somewhat athletic, go get instruction. Go spend some time at a golf course with either a golf professional, someone that is very familiar with the game of golf, or someone that just loves being around the game, and I guarantee that you will start loving it, you'll start improving, and you'll start loving playing this game.
All right, Brian, let's talk about the competition at the high school level. I mean, look, all you have to do is look at the state tournament most years, and we'll use Columbus as an example. I mean, you see the schools that are typically there, you know, the Dublins, the New Albanys, the Upper Arlington, you know, the private schools. You know, how much do you have to battle? I don't want to say the haves and have-nots, but let's say the have more at their disposal schools.
Oh, you know, it's there. I mean, you know, to say that it's not there, it would be lying. It's there. You know, you have your bigger schools, you know, and definitely don't take anything away from the Jeromes and the St. Charleses and stuff like that, because those kids are really talented and they're getting really instruction. But you take a look at some of our rural schools that maybe don't have that indoor golf simulator or don't have the country club to go to practice at. You know, it's definitely an advantage that way. But on the flip side of it, in my opinion, and I tell, you know, I hear it from my players all the time. Well, we can't compete with these guys. Yeah, you can. You go put in the time. Go put in the time and go put in the effort. And that'll kind of balance it out a little bit.
I always like to ask about equipment, too, Brian. I mean, anybody who has a teenager knows they always want the best of the best. How about golf equipment? I mean, let's face it, golf clubs are expensive. Is it more important to have top-of-the-line stuff or just have clubs that are properly fitted so your players can go out and play their best?
Oh, 100. Have clubs that are properly fitted that you can go out and play your best. I mean, I see it every day in our junior camps that I run out of Foxfire there, that, you know, a young person comes in, and they're dragging their bag up the hill there, and I pull out their club, and there's something that Grandpa's cut down that weighs about 40 pounds, and there's just no way that you know, they can swing it. So, you know, if you're a young person, even a teenager, even an adult that's getting ready to go play or interested in play, take the time and go get fitted for what best fits your golf swing. And it's okay to spend a little bit of money on it. You're not going to break the bank on it. You don't need the top-of-the-line irons and woods and drivers and what have you, but get something that is going to make this game a little bit more enjoyable. You know, technology over the decades here has just greatly improved. And, you know, of course, everybody wants that best driver and the best iron, but, you know, just get something that's going to help you move the golf ball. And, you know, there's something as well that people sometimes don't even think about. You know, we think about, getting the new irons and wood. Find a golf ball that fits you. Mm-hmm. Okay, there are so many golf balls out there right now. And I kind of chuckle when I ask people, well, what golf ball are you playing? Well, I found this one in the woods. Oh, boy.
We can do better than that. Brian, no matter the sport, in high school, you have parents that you need to manage. I mean, golf is much easier than, you mentioned you coach basketball as well, you know, why Billy's not in the lineup. In golf, you can just show the scores. Hoops, obviously, you've got to manage that stuff, but is it, I guess, easier to manage in golf?
Yeah, it's a little bit easier to manage in golf. You know, for the most part, the parents and spectators that come out and watch, you know, they're very knowledgeable about the game. You know, they know, and if they are informed, hey, you know, when we're playing today, make sure you're staying a half a hole ahead and help spot balls for the players. You know, you're just not allowed to talk to them during there. And then, you know, during practices, a lot of times parents, you know, drop them off and leave. But as long as you give your parents or the parents of your young player what you expect of them, I think parents are really easy to manage this day and age.
PGA professional Brian Barnett is the head coach at Teays Valley High School. The high school golf season gets underway a week from Monday. Brian, we always appreciate your time. Enjoy what's left of your summer, okay?
Absolutely, Skip. Thanks for having me on, and really appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to the season.
All right, we'll continue some high school golf discussion in a couple of minutes, but right now let's get a check of your leaderboards and get you warmed up with some chip shots.
97.1 The Fan's Tee to Green Chip Shots, presented by BMI Federal Credit Union.
Royal Troon playing tough the first couple of days for the Open Championship. Just 12 players are under par. Irishman Shane Lowry leading the way at 7 under par. He leads by 2, and Lowry says he's very happy with his play.
Yeah, it was good. I felt like I went out there, I was in control of my ball, did all the right things for a lot of the round, and then when I got in a bit of trouble, I felt like I really finished the round well. So, I'm pretty happy with the day. To be leading this tournament after 2 days it's why you come here. It's why we're here. So, yeah, I'll sit back and watch a bit of golf in the afternoon and see where it leaves me come the end of the day, and get out there tomorrow and the job tomorrow, I suppose, is try and put myself in a position to win this tournament on Sunday, and that's what I'll try and do.
2 Englishmen are tied 2 back at -5. We'll begin with Justin Rose, who says having to qualify to get into the Open makes it even more special to be in this position.
Yeah, that's still the dream, do you know what I mean? And obviously you're out there and, like I said at the time, just a little quip, but you got to be in it to win it. And, first stage, first big part of the journey was getting in the tournament. And, but yeah, even if I look back at Burnham and Barrow, we played in a really, really tough westerly breeze. That golf course is incredibly difficult on a westerly. And I think that even that little bit of experience of get back in playing some tough links golf has probably helped me a little bit, these last 2 days.
-5 is little-known Daniel Brown, who opened all kinds of eyes with an opening round 65 Thursday, and Brown says it was tough to follow that up on Friday.
My expectations were, I was trying to kind of rein myself in a little bit after yesterday's score, and sort of going out there with it being a lot windier, knowing that 72, 73, 74 actually wasn't too bad. So yeah, it was a lot tougher.
We'll hear from Scotty Scheffler later this hour, the world #1, part of a Group 5 back at -2, but all chasing your leader Shane Lowry at 7 under par. Elsewhere this week, PGA Tour event out at Lake Tahoe, modified Stableford scoring system. Mac Meisner +26, your leader. Former Buckeye Neil Shipley sits tied for 16th, 6 points back at +20. LPGA up in Sylvania this week. Shanette Wanasan -11 leads by 1. Corn Ferry Tour is in Missouri. Cooper Dassey -14. He's your leader there by 1. Champions and PGA Tour Americas are both off this week. Your leaderboards were brought to you by BMI Federal Credit Union. Visit them today at bmifcu.org. Coming up, more high school golf discussion. Season gets underway a week from Monday. Any changes to this season? We'll address with Tim Stried of the OHSAA next as Tee to Green, presented by X Golf, continues here on The Fan.
Wake up with the Fan. Eat lunch with the Fan. Go to bed with the Fan. Dream about the Fan. Then change your sheets. Gross.
Ew, you guys are gross, but stick around in case I don't find anyone else.
The Fan.
Whether you're a seasoned pro or a new golfer, think beyond the green and head over to X Golf Columbus and X Golf Powell. Come experience the most advanced and accurate golf simulators in the world at X Golf. A fun venue with great food, excellent service, and a full bar. You can play around on one of our 50 courses, take a lesson from our PGA pro, hit the driving range, join a league, or just sit back and sip a beer on the outdoor patio. Book your tee time today at playxgolf.com. X Golf Columbus and X Golf Powell, the home of indoor golf.
Are you looking for the best golfing experience in Central Ohio? Then look no further than the Virtues Golf Club in Nashport. The Virtues Golf Club was voted as the #1 public golf course in Ohio, and Golf Digest ranked Virtues as the 65th ranked public course in the country. Now offering on-site housing, the Virtues Golf Club is a modern design course mixed with classic features you'll love. Come see what's new and take in the scenery at Ohio's best public golf course. For more information, visit thevirtuesgolfclub.com.
Score a hole-in-one by earning a $200 cash bonus from BMI Federal Credit Union when you open a free checking account. BMI FCU has been voted Best Credit Union 6 years in a row by CBUS Top Picks for their exceptional service and dedication to making banking personal. For more details about BMI Federal Credit Union and this $200 cash bonus on a free checking account, visit bmifcu.org/free. That's bmifcu.org/free.
I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. As a business owner in these uncertain economic times, you struggle to guard your life's work against unexpected challenges. But can it withstand the sudden disruption of a divorce? In divorce, financials are scrutinized and the company itself could be in jeopardy. When your hard-earned work is at risk, count on our experience and advocacy in handling these matters at Cordell & Cordell.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
Bobby Carpenter once sold workout equipment on QVC Canada. There's no joke here. That actually happened. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekdays starting at 6.
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Ohio, ready for some quick mental health facts? Let's go. Nearly 2 million Ohioans live with a mental health condition. In the U.S., more than 50% of people will be diagnosed with a mental illness in their lifetime. Depression is a leading cause of disability worldwide. So why are some of us still stigmatizing people living with a mental health condition when we know all of this? Let's listen to the facts and beat the stigma. Ohio, challenge what you know about mental health at beatthestigma.org.
Integrity, honesty, and quality. Words we live by here at Monogram Homes. Hi, this is Dina. And at Monogram Homes, we strive to bring your wants to your man cave, your needs to your kitchen, and your ideas to life. Most home builders claim to be custom, but starting with stock floor plans and templates isn't our idea of a tailored experience. At Monogram Homes, we start with a blank slate and work with you until you get exactly what you want. So start your true custom home journey today with a builder you can trust. Monogram Homes. Visit us online at monogramhomes.net.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you love custom and classic cars and trucks as much as I do, then you're going to want to be at Cars and Coffee at Valley Ford of Columbus today. Yeah, today. It's the day to drive in your vehicle and show it off. There's no fee, so tell your friends to come too and bring their cars. Come on out and see all the great cars and trucks today from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., including some iconic Ford Broncos. You know, I love my Mustang, but I respect all the animals at Valley Ford, so I like Broncos too. There'll be food and fun for you and the whole family too. Valley Ford of Columbus, Cars and Coffee today.
You can use your phone at a doctor's office. You can use your phone at a football game. You can even use your phone at an amusement park. But one place you should never use your phone is behind the wheel. Fines now start at $150. So remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Now eligible for the senior tees. You're listening to Tee to Green with Skip Mossick. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
And welcome back, everybody. We are presented by X Golf. Come experience the most advanced and accurate golf simulators in the world at a fun venue with great food, excellent service, and a full bar. Visit their website, playxgolf.com, to book your tee time today. 2 locations, X Golf Columbus in Grandview and X Golf Pal. And somebody's going to pick up a $50 e-card to go play at X Golf this week, part of our weekly golf prize package. Also included, golf out at the Virtues, balls from our friends at Titleist, more fan goodies as well. No Twitter contest this week, so stay tuned. Details on this giveaway shortly, and hopefully this great prize package will be yours.
This is Backspin. Tee to Green Backspin.
As we talk some high school golf this morning, season gets underway a week from Monday across Ohio. Joined for a few minutes by Tim Stried, Director of Information Services with the Ohio High School Athletic Association. And Tim, it's hard to believe it's go time. Golf always starts us off on the fall sports high school calendar, and then it's a big time pecking order from week to week after that. I mean, we just finished baseball. It seems to come faster and faster each year.
It sure does seem that way, Skip. Yeah, but you are absolutely right that our golf season at the high school level does get everything started. Golf is our first fall sport that gets underway, and July 29th, it's almost here, and we're excited. We can't wait for the new school year to get started, and golf literally tees off first.
State championship news. Let's begin there, Tim. New venues this year. I know Ohio State was a great host for several years, but this is really a good opportunity to bring in some other sites across the state and some really good ones as well.
Well, it is, and you're right that Ohio State University, the Scarlet and Gray courses, were a long time state tournament host, and we really appreciate the decades that they hosted our state tournament. But like with a lot of our sports, things change from time to time, and so we are not going to have our state tournaments at Scarlet and Gray this year, and we'll probably take I would say a little hiatus from Ohio State. It's hard to know if that'll be 1 year or 10 years. We really don't know yet, but we are going to have 2 new courses hosting state finals. One of those is Firestone Country Club up in Akron, which the golf community certainly knows and knows the history of Firestone. But then we will also have Division I down at NCR in Dayton, and of course that's a legendary course as well. So North Star Golf Course here up in Sunbury in Central Ohio, that will still host Division III boys, but then Firestone will host Division II, and NCR will host Division I.
Tim, many high school golf coaches always seem to cringe at the discussion about districts. Is there a better way to rebalance maybe a little bit, or is it just accept it, go out, play better in advance?
Well, you're right. Coaches, especially golf coaches, that is always a big topic of conversation. And we do talk about it here, too. We talk about it as a staff. We talk about it with our board. And we are aware, certainly, that, certain pockets of the state certainly have great golf. Golf, I always explain golf. Like a lot of our sports, we want statewide representation when it comes to the state tournament. So that means that, for example, the best team from the East District, we want them at the state tournament. And so what makes a lot of golf coaches wring their hands a little bit is at some of our district tournaments, the top 5 or 6 teams at that district tournament are some of the best teams in the state, obviously, but let's say only 2 of them are going to the state. So, we look at our tournaments as a state tournament of representation where we want all pockets of the state to have a chance to get there. Sometimes that means that a really good team at the district tournament, for example, may finish 4th, and so then they don't get to go. Their individuals may go, but as a team they don't. But, we have that in a lot of our sports. We could talk for a half hour about cross country and track and field and some of those sports, but certainly golf is one of those. But the good thing is every team does qualify for the sectional tournament, and then, of course, the best teams move on to district, and then the best of the best go on to state.
Tim Stried of the OHSAA, our guest this morning. Tee to Green here on The Fan. The high school golf season begins in Ohio a week from Monday. And Tim, something new on the table this year was, schools having the opportunity, if they chose to do so, to move up to Division I, if they felt that gave them a better opportunity to maybe win a state title. Tell us about the idea, which I think is really good. And I guess, did anybody choose to do so?
Well, no one chose to do that in golf, but certainly that idea has come up for the last couple years, where let's say a team has won a state championship for several years in a row. Would there be a mechanism that they could move up a division? So we had a lot of conversation about it. One of the interesting things that came of it, really 2 things. Number one, it went to our member schools for a vote, and they voted yes. They voted that, yes, let's make this a bylaw where schools have the option to move up in a particular sport for a year. So that did get approved by the membership. But then number 2 is, what would cause a school to potentially move up? There were a lot of schools that initially said they were thinking about doing that, and they even said that they would do that if it got approved, and then they didn't. So that was a really interesting piece of the puzzle. Now, I think one of the reasons why they did that is because the way the bylaw was voted in is that you could only move up to Division I. So let's say in boys golf, for example, we have 3 divisions. A school could not go from Division III to Division II. The way it's currently set up, and this could change down the road, but your only option is to move up to Division I, and there's a lot of reasons for that. Honestly, the team sports are more the reason for that, because if there was the opportunity to go, let's just say from Division V to Division IV, there would be, I think, a lot of movement. The moving parts with that would be, wow, that would be chaos, especially in our team sports. So what we put it out there is if you want to move up to Division I, this is your opportunity to do that. There were some schools that did that. There were actually a couple of girls' tennis schools that did that. Okay. There were some volleyball schools that did that, some soccer schools. But yeah, it wasn't as much as what we thought it might be. It was very interesting.
Tim, we often get some rule updates in other sports. Anything new in regards to golf?
Nothing major in golf, but one interesting note, which folks that have followed a golf match and have followed golfers and watched, they will understand the significance of this. Coaches now, after one of their players hits in a bunker, a coach can go into the bunker and rake it for them. That was always taboo. If you're a coach, you could never go in the bunker at all. You couldn't go on the green. And so now after a player hits and is getting out of there to move on, the coach can go in and rake the bunker. So there will be some people that have not heard of that rule change, and they will see the coach go in the bunker and freak out. It's okay. They can go in and rake the bunker.
Especially after the shot's been played, it probably doesn't matter. So that's good and probably increase pace of play as well.
Yeah, when you're in the bunker as much as I am, you kind of need that, It's just going to be helpful.
Tim, last thing, NIL has continued to change the college game. I mean, we're not there yet in regards to high school here in Ohio. Earlier this year, we saw Mia Hammond from New Albany, sophomore last year, who, heck, she tied the overall record at the state tournament last fall, went ahead and signed an NIL deal, essentially giving up her status to play in the OHSAA. But, heck, we saw her play earlier this week at the LPGA event again up in Sylvania. Still technically an amateur. I know, Tim, no one can see the future, but how often is NIL in discussion from the member schools?
Well, you're right, Skip. It is a growing conversation and trend at the high school level as well. I mean, we've seen it change the landscape of college sports quite a bit. There are a growing number of states that do allow NIL at the high school level. Ohio's not one of them. Our member schools did vote that down a couple years ago. I would not be surprised if it does come back up for a vote by our membership in the future at some point. Hard to tell when that would be. Don't know if it'd be this year or not or somewhere down the road. But whatever happens, it's going to go to the member schools for a vote. Could there be a version of NIL or a small piece of NIL that does work in Ohio? Maybe. But to answer your question, though, yeah, we do discuss NIL quite a bit. Every new state that adopts some form of it leads to conversation in our office. It is a big topic. I would hate to see it change high school sports like we've seen it impact the college level. So is there a small version or a portion of NIL that could work in Ohio? Maybe. I think we're going to continue to have those conversations and with our schools and our board. Wouldn't be surprised if it comes back up for a vote in some way here in the future.
It's hard to believe the high school golf season is upon us. Tim Stried of the OHSAA will be talking football with you before you know it. Thanks for your time.
Sounds good. Thanks, Skip.
All right, coming up, more from the Open Championship. We will check in across the pond as SI.com's Bob Harig joins us from Royal Troon. What will the weekend bring in the season's final major? We'll head to the UK and visit with Bob next as Tee to Green, presented by X Golf, continues here on The Fan.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's Closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
Are you looking for the best golfing experience in Central Ohio? Then look no further than the Virtues Golf Club in Nashport. The Virtues Golf Club was voted as the #1 public golf course in Ohio, and Golf Digest ranked Virtues as the 65th ranked public course in the country. Now offering on-site housing, the Virtues Golf Club is a modern design course mixed with classic features you'll love. Come see what's new and take in the scenery at Ohio's best public golf course. For more information, visit thevirtuesgolfclub.com.
You expect your home to protect everything you love, but you don't expect the ways water is breaking down your crawl space and damaging your home. Musty smells, sagging floors, mold are just a few signs your crawl space is compromised. But there's one way to get answers to all your concerns. A free home inspection from Ohio Basement Authority. We put water back in its place. Get your free inspection at ohiobasementauthority.com.
Most radio stations suck. Here's why. They don't invest in local programming. We're live and local 14 hours a day. You can rest assured that every stupid thing we say is 100% local. Homegrown dumb since day one. The Fan.
Another day is here, and you're ready for it. What to wear? Check. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Check. Planning for what's next and how to save for it? That's where Bank of America can help. For your financial to-dos, Bank of America has experts ready to help get you closer to your goals. Get started at one of our Central Ohio financial centers or 24/7 in our mobile banking app. Find a location near you at bankofamerica.com/talktous. What would you like the power to do? Mobile banking requires downloading the app and is only available for select devices. Message and data rates may apply. Bank of America N.A., member FDIC.
Attention, boating enthusiasts. Bennington factory demonstration models are at Buckeye Lake Marina. These exclusive demo units are loaded with the features built to dazzle at shows and exhibits. And guess what? They're all brand new with a full warranty. Some have never even touched the water. Hold on to your mooring ropes because we're offering dock-shaking discounts up to $40,000 only at Buckeye Lake Marina. These deals are hotter than the summer sun and won't last long. Visit Buckeye Lake Marina and make your dream boat a reality today. BuckeyeLakeMarina.com, where your adventure begins.
Hey, it's Anthony Rothman. Help me get the MLS All-Star Game party started at Rally House in Reynoldsburg for a special event this Sunday. I'll be there 10 to noon. Meet former crew player Alejandro Moreno for a picture and autograph from 1 to 2. Even get a special MLS house-branded rally towel as a gift with purchase for the first 150 customers starting right at high noon. It's all this Sunday. Rally House is much more than just another sports store. Located in the shops at East Broad in Reynoldsburg, show your colors at Rally House. See you Sunday.
For everyone, fuel restrictions apply.
Right now, you can save on red, white, or black seedless grapes. They're on sale for $1.49 a pound with your card and digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Looking beautiful out there now. Temperatures climbing into the 70s already. We'll see highs in the mid-80s. Columbus hitting 85. Low humidity is going to make today feel fantastic, but don't forget the sunscreen if you're going to be heading out and about. Your UV forecast is going to be up to 8.5, and that means you could start to see a sunburn in less than 20 minutes. I'm meteorologist Madison Reich with your 10 weather impact forecast on The Fan.
The only ED we know on this show is Extra Distance. This is Tee to Green with Skip Mossick on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Welcome back, everybody. We are presented by X Golf, where you can play around on one of 50 courses, take a lesson from their PGA professional, hit the driving range, join a league, or just sip on a cold one on their outdoor patio. Visit playxgolf.com to book your tee time today. 2 locations here in Central Ohio, X Golf Columbus in Grandview and X Golf Powell. Go experience what X Golf is all about. And they highlight our weekly golf prize package. We have a $50 e-card to go play X Golf. Golf out at the Virtues, balls from our friends at Titleist, more fan goodies as well. No Twitter contest this week, so stay tuned. Details shortly, and hopefully this great prize package will be yours.
You are listening to Tee to Green's On the Range.
Time to hit the range as we head over to the UK as SI.com's Bob Harig joins us from Royal Troon. And Bob, really a little bit of everything weather-wise the first couple of days. Only 12 players currently under par. How much has it affected the scoring?
Yeah, listen, it was certainly a big factor on Thursday. I think the guys got used to a little bit more on Friday. It was kind of from the same direction, and so they had been sort of accustomed to it a little bit more. But the surprising thing was how much it caught him off guard. It came from a different direction. It wasn't the prevailing wind. Even though it had been in the forecast, guys seemed to be really shocked by it. And, the guys who played in the morning on Thursday, I think, have had it the worst. It's been pretty breezy the entire time, but that was probably the worst of the conditions.
Well, Bob, how good is it what we've seen from Shane Lowry after a couple of days? And I guess what has he been able to do just better than just about everybody else?
He did have one trouble moment there during the second round, but he's mostly been able to avoid that, and he's taken advantage of his opportunities. He's given himself some chances and made them. In fact, he probably left a few out there even. He's hit a lot of greens, given himself some decent birdie looks. When he's missed greens, he's gotten it up and down. And really the one disaster that he's had in 2 days, he did well to make a double bogey out of that. He hit his second shot in the gorse. He had to take a drop, and it could have been way worse. So, this is sort of what he did 5 years ago at Portrush when he won, and he was able to, push himself out in front, and he's got a little bit of a lead. And there's a bunch of guys under par, but a tiny bit of separation between the top couple of guys and the rest. We'll see if anybody's able to make a run, in the third round and close the gap. Obviously, the weather's going to be a factor in that as well.
You mentioned those just a couple of back. Justin Rose, shows you how fickle this game is. Rose missed the cut last week in Scotland. What has he shown you the first couple of days? Is he's just two back?
Well, listen, that guy, showed us all a lot. He went through qualifying. An accomplished player like him, the Open qualifying isn't quite like the U.S. Open qualifying. It's not really geared anymore for the big names. It's more for the dreamers. Whereas the U.S. Open has a lot of tour players that try to qualify. The Open did not. If you throw out the live guys, and there was 11 of them, 2 of them made it. Justin Rose was really the biggest name. It was 4 qualifiers, 72 players at each one, with a bunch of lower level players that were trying to get in, and it's, he might have seen that as beneath him or what have you. And there's obviously no guarantee you're going to make it in a 36-hole qualifier. And he did. He made it through. And I think there was a great level of satisfaction in him doing that, and sort of carried over.
You mentioned as far as the qualifying, one of the many things I love about this championship, Bob, is names on the leaderboard that many won't recognize. Daniel Brown also just two back. Everyone's scrambling to find information about him. How about the other American riders over there with you?
Yeah, Daniel Brown's another guy. He came through qualifying also, but he's obviously a different pedigree. It's his first ever major. And he won on the DP World Tour last year. In sort of an obscure event in Northern Ireland, his first year on the tour. He had been having a lot of poor success this year. Had missed the cut in 7 of his last 8 events. He finally made the cut last week, a couple hours from here at the Scottish Open, and tied for 61st. It wasn't like a great result. He had some issues earlier this year with injury. Confidence wasn't the greatest, and look at him now. It took him until I believe it was the 4th hole or so of the second round before he finally made a bogey. That's pretty good playing for a guy who's never been in one of these things. And he was over par in the second round, but it's no shame. He shot 65 in the first round. Conditions are not easy, and no, he's. Look, at the very least, he's put himself in position for a great weekend.
SI.com's Bob Harig joins us from the Open Championship this morning. Tee to green here on the Fan. Bob, some big names struggled the first couple of days, but really shouldn't come as much of a surprise to, again, see Scotty Scheffler right there in the mix.
Yeah, Scotty did get himself there. He actually, he actually was one better before, hitting and driving a pot bunker on 18 that led to a bogey, which is pretty much what happens. When you bogey, when you hit it in these bunkers, it's pretty much a bogey, and but yet he's 5 back, going into the third round, and that's not insurmountable. I mean, if I'm him, I'm looking at second place, which is 5 under. You're only 3 behind that. You're sort of at the mercy a little bit of what Lowry does. But, there, you know, Lowry could shoot even par or 1 over, and you shoot 1 or 2 under, and you're right there with a round to go. And it's been that kind of year for Scheffler, and I'd be kind of surprised if he doesn't give himself a fighting chance going into Sunday.
Yeah, Bob, as always with some of the unknowns with the ever-changing weather there, I mean, how far back in the pack do you think may be able to make a charge to get in contention on Sunday, and will they need help from the leaders?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're probably going to need to be around even par, maybe 1 over. I mean, you know, Morikawa, Koepka, Dustin Johnson, those guys are 1 over, which means they're 8 back, but again, they're only 6 back a second. And, you know, I think typically what you hear is when there's somebody that's out in front, you look at the second and third place guys and how many guys are between you and them, because, you know, you might need some help from that leader. But those other guys are catchable, you know, and so they've put themselves in a position, though, those guys who are 1 over or even, where they're going to have to shoot under par most likely in the third round. You know, you're not going to make up ground shooting par when there's 5 or 6 or 8 guys in front of you. But it's certainly possible to do that. We've seen a lot of under par scores through the first 2 days, and if one of those guys can shoot 67 or 68, and Shane Lowry, you know, spins his wheels, there you go. You got quite the shoot-outs lined up for Sunday.
You know, Bob, it's always bittersweet when the major championship portion of the schedule comes to an end, but there are some big events upcoming, including the Olympics here in a couple of weeks. Do you get the sense that those who have qualified for the Olympics, it really means something special to them?
This was always going to be the case. It was going to take a little while for the Olympics to matter. You know, in the first one that was in Rio 8 years ago now, there was a lot of indifference. And, you know, if you could give Jordan Spieth some truth serum, you wonder what he really thinks, because he was one of the best players in the world that year, and he passed, you know, and Jason Day was too, and he passed, but he's now going.
Right.
He's going for Australia, and I think he feels pretty fortunate to have a second crack at it. You know, the way the system works, you know, with only a few guys getting to go, and it based on the world ranking, and you know, so I think it has more meaning now, and I think guys have recognized, you know, how big of a deal it was. It's a pretty big deal to Justin Rose to win it the first time. It was a pretty big deal when Xander Schauffele won it in Japan, you know, a few years ago, and you're going to find, I think, that these guys are going to be pretty stoked to be part of it this time, third time around.
Definitely looking forward to it. SI.com's Bob Harig, thank you again for joining us this morning from the Open Championship at Royal Troon. Safe travels to you, Bob, when you eventually get back to the States, okay?
Thanks very much, Skip. I appreciate it.
All right, let's go ahead and give away this week's golf prize package, a $50 e-card to go play at X Golf. We have golf out at the Virtues, ball from Titleists, and more. Caller 9 right now, 614-821-9710, 614-821-9710. Caller 9 right now will be this week's winner. Well, coming up, only 4 Americans to start the day. We're in the top 10 and heading into the weekend at Royal Troon. Justin Thomas making a move this morning, but as mentioned a moment ago, one of the top ones being Scotty Scheffler. We will hear from the world number 1 next as Tee to Green, presented by X Golf, continues here on The Fan.
We have so many local shows, I can't fit them in a 10-second promo. So let's just say we're live and local all damn day. The Fan.
Find so many great deals with one stop at Meijer. Like this Friday and Saturday only. Get a $10 coupon when you spend $75 or more in-store. Coupon printed at checkout. Start redeeming next week. Plus, this week's hottest deals on Southern Peaches for 99 cents per pound. Fresh from Meijer Family Pack chicken breasts for $2.29 per pound. And select Meijer cheese 3 for $5. Meijer has all you need in just one stop. Exclusions apply. See all the deals in store or in the Meijer app.
We're dealing at Reichert Nissan. Hundreds of Nissans in stock, on the ground, and priced to sell fast. Low lease payments on brand new Reichert Nissan Sentras, only $229 a month. Now we're really dealing. With our best value guarantee and 72-hour exchange policy, you can't buy the wrong car. Visit the Reichert Mega Mall off 270 and 33 or shop thousands of new and certified used at ReichertNissan.com.
Get the right car at Reichert.
We're dealing.
With approved credit, 2024 Sentra SR FWD 24-month lease with $3,000 due at signing and $731.24.
Hey friends, Brandon Beam here for Truehold. If you had a crystal ball, you wouldn't agonize over when to sell your home. You would just ask these questions. Should I sell when my home's value is sky high? Or wait and hope that the bottom doesn't drop out of the housing market? The thing is, I'm not ready to move. You don't need a crystal ball with Truehold's Sell and Stay program. You can literally sell now and stay in your home as long as you'd like. When you sell your home to Truehold for its best current value, you can fully cash out on your home's equity, and you can stay in your home as long as you want with an easy, affordable lease. Truehold pays property taxes, insurance, and all the maintenance and upkeep, too. Truehold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. You can get an offer now while your home's value is sky high and use the money to secure your retirement, pay off bills, or finance your dreams. It's your money. Do whatever you want with it. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's best value without moving. Again, that's Truehold.com.
The Buckeye Show.
I'd like to know where Lou Holtz is right now. I mean, I'm sure he's in bed.
I tell you what, Ryan, you better not be saying those things about me. I'll get you.
The Buckeye Show.
Sponsored by CareSource.
Weeknights at 6 on The Fan.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter, and championship teams need to have two things, heart and soul. Well, at Monogram Homes, they know a thing or two about heart and soul of a new custom home. My friend Bob and his team at Monogram take pride in offering a true custom home building experience. They will take your ideas, your vision, and transform them into the home of your dreams. So let Monogram Homes pour their heart, their soul into your new custom home today. Check them out online at monogramhomes.net. That's monogramhomes.net.
Are you or a loved one struggling with addiction? Pinnacle Treatment and Recovery Works are here to help guide you on a path to a better life. We offer residential addiction treatment, detox, and opioid treatment programs throughout Ohio that fit your unique needs. We make it easy to get started. We accept Medicaid, most commercial insurance, and our access center is open 24/7. A better life is possible. Visit pinnacletreatment.com/Ohio. Where there is treatment, there is hope.
Get Eco.
Hey, Aaron. Hey, Jerry. Remember when we first met? I was just starting Eco Plumbers and looking for a silent partner. And I had just invented sneakers with lights in them and was looking for somewhere to invest my fortune. I didn't even think inventor was an actual job. I didn't think plumbers started companies.
Get Eco.
As I recall, you thought the name Eco was a pretty good idea. As a full-time inventor, Aaron, it's just that kind of creative thinking that caught my attention. Simple, memorable, singable.
Get Eco.
And it reminds homeowners that modern plumbing can make economical sense and ecological sense at the same time. Waste less water and save money on your utility bills.
Get Eco.
Instead of just sitting here raking in royalties after inventing that little plastic hanger that socks come on, I might as well be a silent partner in a company that's doing good. You're not all that silent as silent partners go. But I am charming, Aaron.
Get Eco.
GetEco.com.
Hey, it's better than a free bowl of soup. This is Tee to Green with Skip Mosick on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Welcome back, everybody. We are presented by X Golf, and congratulations to Pete from Powell, who was caller number 9, picks up this week's golf prize package. Pete's going to enjoy playing at X Golf, probably right down the street there in Powell. Balls from our friends at Titleist. We'll be talking all things Titleist next week here on the show. Golf out at the Virtues. We'll have another giveaway coming up to you next week. Again, Shane Lowry is your leader at the Open Championship at Royal Troon at 7 under par. Only 12 players are under par, including the world number 1 Scotty Scheffler, 5 back at -2. Scheffler spoke to the media about his Friday round, including his caddy Ted Scott battling illness during the second round on Friday.
Same score as yesterday, but did it feel better than yesterday?
I definitely made a few more putts than yesterday. I think the golf course was more challenging today than yesterday. I'm not sure what the scores say, but it definitely felt to be a bit more challenging.
you frustrated by, I've seen lots of your putts from 10, 15 feet just shaving it. So would you say you're putting well but being unlucky? How would you assess it?
Well, I feel like I hold a good amount of putts today. I'd be interested to see if the statistics, or see what the statistics are. Because I felt like I hold a good amount of putts, hit a lot of good ones, some up around the cup. And it can be really challenging with how windy it is out there to hole a bunch of putts. So I'd be interesting to see what the stats say after today, because yesterday was one of those days where it felt like nothing could fall, and I think I was down maybe half a shot, which I would have imagined when I walked off the course it would have been worse than that. And so today, being able to hole a few, especially some important ones in the back nine for par, those always feel good, keeping the momentum. What's up?
And the one at 14, that was...
Yeah, like I said after yesterday's round, sometimes it's a numbers game, just keep getting the ball up around the hole, and the more I can get it closer to the hole more often, the more putts I'm going to hole. And so if I'm hitting good putts and they're going up around the edge, I think it's almost more likely that I'm going to make more putts in the future.
Was Teddy dealing with anything in particular on the front nine?
Yeah, he had a bit of food poisoning last night. Could have been food poisoning, could be some sort of stomach bug, but he seemed to feel better as the day went on. The doc here took good care of him, but yeah, he did not sleep very much last night apparently, and so we didn't know if he was gonna be able to go this morning, but he fought it out, and you saw him laying down probably quite a bit out there, which was pretty funny, but it's just one of those deals. You're used to him being in one position, standing there by the bag, and then all of a sudden, like on number 9 today, he was literally sitting on the 10th tee for like 10 minutes while we were putting out over there, and I didn't even see him, which is a bit unusual. So, he's a fighter. He did a good job today and battled through.
What do you think is the most difficult wind out there, and why? The direction, down off the left, right off the road.
I would say just based on wind changing a hole, I think it changes 12 the most with it being straight in. The angle it was on today. It's nice to be able to play a touch of an angle into the wind, just based on which direction it is. But that hole specifically being straight into was pretty challenging.
5 shots from Shane Lowry. Is that a big gap, do you think, with 2 rounds to play, or with the conditions, is it really quite reasonable? Or would you have settled for that, let's say, before you came into the championship? Would you have thought that's quite a good position to be in?
Well, I would have liked to be leading. But, it's just one of those deals. I've played 2 solid rounds and put me 5 shots back, and I'll continue to try to execute and, just continue to try to hit good shots and hit good putts out there.
Again, Scotty Scheffler, 5 back at -2, chasing your leader Shane Lowry at the midway point of the Open Championship. Again, play got underway earlier today. Lowry at -7 will go off in just a bit. Daniel Brown and Justin Rose, 2 back at -5. Thurston Lawrence having a great day. He's 6 under on his round today. He sits at -3 alone. At -2 is Billy Horschel, Dean Burmester, Scotty Scheffler. Justin Thomas, 5 under on his round today. He sits at 1 under par, joined by fellow American Sam Burns, MK Kim -1, Corey Connors -1, Jason Day and Xander Schauffele all at -1, as is Patrick Cantlay. So a good leaderboard heading into the weekend over at Royal Troon. The other tours this week, PGA Tour event out in Lake Tahoe. Mac Meisner at +26 is your leader. Former Buckeye Neil Shipley tied for 16th. He is 6 back at +20 points. LPGA up in Sylvania this weekend. Kenneth Wasion -11 is your leader by 1. That'll put a wrap on this week's show. Thanks to all of our guests for joining us. Love talking high school golf as their season gets underway a week from Monday. Busy day ahead here on the Fan. Fan Sports Saturday with Reeser and Tyvus are next. Then Buckeye replay at 1, Ohio State and USC from the 17 Cotton Bowl in Arlington. Later, the Cardale Jones Celebrity Softball Game broadcast from Huntington Park. For Cam Taylor, I'm Skip Mossick. Enjoy the golf this weekend. We'll talk to you again next Saturday morning at 9 for another edition of Tee to Green presented by X Golf here on the Fan.
From those double bogey blues.
During this 10-second promo, Rothman will lose money gambling on something.
People like you come here and blow the family nest egg that built this town.
Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays from noon to 3.
The Fan.
Hey, it's Anthony Rothman. Join me at Rally House in Reynoldsburg this Sunday from 10 to noon. Meet former crew player Alejandro Moreno from 1 to 2. It's all Sunday at Rally House in the shops at East Broad in Reynoldsburg. Show your colors at Rally House. See you Sunday.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's Closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
We go to war for you.
This is attorney Robert Schurter. Have you been hurt in a truck accident? Don't settle without speaking to me. Call us at Schurter Schnara Trial Attorneys, where we go to war for you. Results matter, and we're here to help you fight for justice. Call 877-WAR-FOR-YOU or visit warforyou.com. That's 877-WAR-FOR-YOU or visit warforyou.com.
War for you, warforyou.com.
Your bathroom is boring and basic too. It seems like there's nothing you can do. A better bath awaits. You'll feel brand new, relaxing in a world of peace at the Bath Authority.
Schedule your free in-home estimate today and get $1,500 off a new shower or bath, plus 36 months of interest-free financing. Restrictions apply.
You're our priority at the Bath Authority.
Let's get something straight. I'm not here to convince you to use cannabis or to try cannabis. I'm here to tell you that since medical cannabis is legal in this state, Veriheal can help you get your medical cannabis card with no hassle if you qualify. Just go to Veriheal.com, meet with a state-licensed medical doctor online, and, if approved, get your card. There's no fee if you don't qualify, so check it out today. Veriheal. Veriheal.com.
Hi, it's Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Need a perfect gift? Check out the new line of Glock watches and other stunning jewelry at Worthington Jewelers. Make every occasion sparkle with Worthington Jewelers, where exceptional gifts await.
Colin Man here for Universal Windows Direct. Universal Windows Direct is the best. Why? Number one, they have the best technology. They have window systems that last up to 5 times longer than the other jabronis. Plus, they back it up with a true lifetime warranty for as long as you own your home and a 20-year warranty to the next homeowner. And how about the deals? 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years. Restrictions apply because they always do. Call them today, 614-502-5220. Schedule your free in-home estimate. For the last windows you'll ever need, go to uwd.com.
Okay, so that's the final price. Oh, an extra fee to drive here. Is that it? A knock on the door fee. So is that the final price? A 15% Wednesday surcharge. What for? Oh, because it's Wednesday. Of course. Can I get back to you on this?
Apex Pros, the pros who knows.
This quote you gave me, are there any other charges I don't know about?
Other charges?
Like an it's too sunny fee or my dog wet the carpet tax.
No, Apex always gives you upfront pricing.
No surprise fees?
Never.
No charge if your stomach hurts or you lost your library card?
Upfront pricing every time at Apex Pros, whether it's plumbing, heating, and AC, or our new electrical services.
I'll call you right back. Hello, other company? Hi, me again.
It's Alex, the friendly Apex Bear. You'll never get a surprise charge with the Apex Pros upfront price guarantee. Schedule an appointment now at apexpros.com.
Attention, boating enthusiasts. Bennington Factory demonstration models are at Buckeye Lake Marina. These exclusive demo units are loaded with the features built to dazzle at shows and exhibits. And guess what? They're all brand new with a full warranty. Some have never even touched the water. Hold on to your mooring ropes because we're offering dock-shaking discounts up to $40,000 only at Buckeye Lake Marina. These deals are hotter than the summer sun and won't last long. Visit Buckeye Lake Marina and make your dream boat a reality today. BuckeyeLakeMarina.com.